See that? They don't just hand out these blue ribbons, kids. You gotta earn that shit. It's not bad beer. So this is out of Pittsburgh, California, which I didn't know there was a Pittsburgh, California, but now I do. So this is about 9 minutes worth of what was an hours long call with a guy in a motel who had barricaded himself in a room, and he was clearly having some kind of mental health problem. To the benefit of the police department, the sheriff's office, EMS, and everybody that was involved with this, they negotiated with this guy for hours, like hours. They brought in mental health professionals, crisis teams, negotiators, and eventually the SWAT team, because they determined, well, he's armed, he's got this knife, we don't want him to hurt himself, we don't want him to hurt anybody else. He was on the fourth floor, so they had to contain him from a bucket truck so he didn't like bail out the window. So all that to say this, the agencies involved did everything that they could, it sounds like, to keep this from turning into a shit show. So, I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to file a lawsuit and somebody's going to say it was, this didn't need to happen this way, but at some point, you run out of options. And like we've said a million times before, de-escalation, negotiation, it's all a two-way street. The other half involved has to be willing to negotiate or de-escalate. It can't be a one-way street. So let's see what happens here.
911.
Hi, can I possibly have benefits in Pittsburgh, and we need some police to come down here. We have a guest that is basically not opening his door, and at the same time, you can hear that there's clearly glass being broken. And he's also screaming and placed something in front of the door.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Well, that's a problem.
Yes, I'm on the phone. Can you,
What room is it? What room number?
Yeah, he's screaming help. 421.
He is the one screaming for help?
Yes.
He's in there by himself?
Yes.
Is that him?
Yes.
Damn.
We're right here, ma'am. We're taking care of it. Thank you.
You got to know that the staff had to be freaking the fuck out, right? Because that's not normal behavior. And while we're paused, let me ask you this: you're going to a hotel. Say you're the road unit that catches this call. You're on your way to the hotel. How are you preparing yourself for this call? What are you thinking about? What tactically? What are you thinking about? How are you prepping yourself mentally to get out on this call? You don't get a whole shit ton of calls in hotels like this, So, the doors are fire doors, and they've got crazy locks on them, and you've got other people to worry about. Are there guests in the rooms adjacent to the room that you're going to be going to? What is that situation like? So there's a lot to think about. What are you thinking about, and what takes precedence in your mind as you're prepping to get out on this?
Do you guys know what's wrong with him?
At this moment, no. We have some of the family members here, and we just need the assistance.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get somebody out there to have a few more questions for you, okay?
Did he want to open the door? No, they said he was gonna. Is this? Hey, are you were you with him yesterday? You tried to take him to get to the hospital and he took off? Yeah. Did you call the police yesterday? Man, we went to a whole bunch of streets with the hospital. No. I know. Can you come down? No. Can you come to the... Somebody's trying to get me. No. Please. Yeah. What's he mean by somebody's trying to get him? He's having a psychotic break. Yeah. So he's been acting like that the whole time. He's thinking that, he's paranoid. Mm-hmm. He thinks the government's trying to get him that type of situation.
Hey, it's Officer Fernandez from the Pittsburgh Police Department.
Who?
Officer Fernandez, Arturo.
Arturo?
Yeah,
Who is Arturo?
I'm with the Pittsburgh Police Department.
Okay.
And I understand you needed some help.
I don't need any help.
I thought you just said you needed some medical help?
No.
No?
I'm fine.
Okay. Hey, listen, what's going on today, man?
Just need some time.
Well, to process what? What's going on?
Just need some time. People are trying to kill me.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I don't want to talk right now. Please.
All right. Well, are you okay?
Yes.
Are your hands hurting?
No, I'm fine. Please.
Okay. What happened with the lamps going through the window?
I don't want to talk right now. Please.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, I'm willing to give you all the time you need, man. You just got to let me know what's going on.
Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. I'm about to sit down here by the door and listen to you. Huh? I'm about to sit down by the door and listen to you and have a conversation. That's it. Is that all right with you? Yeah. All right. So I'm sitting down right here. Hello? Hold on. So do you want to talk to him through the door?
Yes.
All right.
I just wanted to introduce myself to you. I'm a therapist. I work with mental health.
I need a therapist.
You need a therapist?
I said I don't need a therapist.
You don't need a therapist. Okay. Because it sounds like you don't feel safe right now.
I don't.
Okay, can you tell me what's making you feel afraid? I don't think there's really an easy way to explain this to you, but I'm going to try, okay? So, your family called because they were really concerned about you. Um, and I'm sorry, say that again? I'm going to tell you the real story, and if there's a part of it that you don't feel I'm being honest about, you let me know. So your family was really concerned because they said they tried to take you to the hospital yesterday and that you left. And so they were able to find out that you were here at the hotel and tried to come see if they could convince you to go to the hospital again. And when you weren't willing to go, they called us. And when we got here, you were locked in your room and you haven't really wanted to come out.
Where we at, man? Where we at?
Okay, so now it's 6:41 in the morning. They've been there forever, and what the fuck happened to that door? I think that having these therapists and these mental health professionals on call and available and coming out is a good thing. I just wonder at what point do you say, all right, we've exhausted all of our options and now we need to go do something? And I'm simply asking the question. What is this based on time, or is this based on, some other tangible metric where you can say in your report, we did X, Y, and Z, and we wound up at A because X, Y, and Z didn't work? Just curious.
You're not moving the stuff.
Say you're there, move the stuff.
No. No, you're moving the stuff to come out, and that knife is getting dropped. You're not doing that. this is about to get a whole lot worse for you, man. At any point in time you want to listen to what I've been trying to tell you, we're going to make sure that you come out and everything's safe, and I can make you a lot more comfortable. But the longer you don't listen to me, the worse it's going to get for you. You understand? I've been nothing but honest with you, so I'm telling you right now.
I know, but I don't feel safe.
Well, the only safety you've got is listening to me. What you're doing right now clearly ain't working for you. So if you want to start doing what I'm telling you to do, you're going to be a hell of a lot safer and a hell of a lot more comfortable.
That's reasoning. I mean, he hit him with logic.
No. No, you can start moving, or you can drop that knife. Those are your only two options.
The knife is on the ground.
No, the knife needs to be on the ground out here in the hallway.
All right, let me get it.
So little room to work right
You
here,
can
dude.
reach around the door and drop it on the ground. You can reach through that hole and drop it on the ground. But until I'm seeing it out here in the hallway, we have nothing further to discuss.
So blooper looks like he's got lethal. I'm assuming, but we've seen it a bunch of times in these fucking hallways, especially in apartments and hotels where there's just no fucking room to work because you're at a crossfire no matter what. And whichever way this guy goes when he comes out, then somebody's tracking against a friendly on the other side. It's just a shit show in these situations.
Good to go. All right, stop. What are you doing? Huh?
He said, oof.
Step over. When you come over, put your hands in the air. Get down on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on your knees now. Get on your knees now. Shot fire, shot fire, shot fire. One down. Where's the knife? Where's the knife? Where's the knife?
Right there.
Here. I don't see it. Where's...
That's hard to see. And again, like we said, there's not a lot of room to work. And when he came out, either way he went, there's going to be a crossfire possibility, right? So he came out, he got zapped, he falls there, the knife comes out. Now this body camera that we're seeing right now is facing the other group that's coming right at him. So this dude gets up, grabs a knife, and starts running. What do? Who's got the shot?
Hey, if you grab that knife, I'll shoot you.
Hey, stand by, slow down. Hey, guys, over to his left.
To the left?
Hey, give me a shield pin.
I got lethal.
Stand by, give me a shield pin. Go. Get it up there.
Right here. I need my med pack. Hey, med pack! Give me the med pack!
Hold back. Hold it, yeah.
I mean, they had everybody there that they needed to have. From what I read, the SWAT medic was able to get the guy stabilized, get him to the hospital. Sounds like he's gonna live. But just going back to the beginning, the guy, they were trying to either do some kind of a commitment, involuntary or otherwise. He bailed on that. He bailed out of the hospital. He, barricades himself in this hotel. His family was there. They brought in specialists. They brought in negotiators. They brought in a therapist, for God's sakes, and exhausted everything. And the end result was the unfortunate fact that he bailed out of that room with the knife that the guy told him not to bring out, and he got himself shot. From everything that we can see, it's just a bad environment to be in. in those close quarters, and you got to do what you got to do, and they did. But it is what it is, right? You have to play the cards you're dealt, and that's what happened. So if you guys saw anything I missed, drop it in the comments section down below, and sub to the channel, please. If not, that's fine too. And we'll see you next time. Be good or be good at it, and stay safe.